And I am back. I hope you are all still there. If not, then I will cry in my lonely corner. Let's jump back into the game. We're still at Filing Shrine and have to return to the tower on the wall in Lothric. With a new weapon, freshly leveled up. Yes! Master Draco is still around. Perfecciones. Fizz is not. It's very sad. We'll miss you, Fizz. For a while longer at least. Nice. There's our Estus flask. So, now we have a little more power. We'll ignore this fella, because we want to do some progress now. And this Claymore packs a punch. Munching on my chicken strips. That sounds good. Please share. Okay. That is not good. There's the other guy. I only had a pancake today. 2 pancakes to be precise. So, ambush, please, come. Thank you. Not really an ambush anymore if you know that it happens, right? So, now, oh, there's the guy. Okay, look. I was saying that I was missing this guy, but he's still there. So, if you kill him before he transforms, he just dies. Doesn't give you a Titanite shard, though, but you don't have to deal with Cthulhu venom, or whatever it is. So, also a hint usually that light sources tell you the way. So if you don't really know where you're going, always look for little lanterns or something alike. Also is worth checking out your surroundings. If you're on high ground, look around a little bit. Here you see an item there. There's an item. There's a big enemy. Gives you always a little bit of a hint on what's to come and what you might be able to discover. Ooh. And there you see the swiping strikes of the Claymore really paying off. Some more fire bombs, but before we go down, beef carpaccio followed by cauliflower souffle. Okay, so out at a restaurant with friend might have made a lunch a bit fancier. Yeah, it is Pass of Man. Is the name for the screaming monsters. That is correct. Foe with duck. Sounds very good. I really like duck. These enemies with a tower shield and spear, they are a pain in the butt. Especially if you miss your backsteps like I do. But they can be an issue. They were an issue for me when I played it for the first time. I struggled with these enemies. Okay, there is a way we can go. Currently just figuring out my options. This is a whole mess of things down there. The broadsword. Let's check that out. A straight sword with a broad blade designed for slashing. A large sweeping attack makes this effective against crowds, but is prone to deflection from walls and narrow spaces. Backstep city population, you. No problem with the sword knights. They just crumbled my stamina. Yeah, they both are very tough. They're still tough, even now that I know the enemies, but especially new to the game, they're an issue. There's one hidden away. Undead Hunter Charm. So this is an item that was called Lloyd's Talisman in the first Dark Souls, used long ago by Lloyd's clerics, knights in their undead hunts. Although All-Father Lloyd is long forgotten by the Way of White, his hunts have lived on, and this charm allows one to challenge undead without fear of tenacious healing. So with that, you can block someone's healing. Very, very nice in PvP. So if you use that and they are, I think, in a range to you. Oh no, you can you throw it at an enemy, I think. Then they can't heal for a specific amount of time. However, they also have a very good use in PvE, because if you see a mimic, one of those chest monsters we fought before, and you recognize it before attacking it, you can use this item and drop it on them, or throw it on them, and they will just open. You can take the item and you don't have to fight them. Obviously, you don't get the experience from that, and they don't... you don't get the experience from it. That's the big downside. They don't drop any additional items, but you get what will be inside of the chest. Exactly, Draco. I did make my homework. So this is a semi-hidden path. Then you have green blossom, and this is a tricky area where I will have to be very careful. This is a chest you can easily miss. There's Astora's Straight Sword, another item known from the first Dark Souls. There we go. A well-crafted sword named after the ruined land. Astora, before its fall, was a land replete with royal blood, and this weapon is both a reminder and add-on of that era. So in Dark Souls 1 it was a faith weapon. Dark Souls 3 it isn't. So, now you have here plenty of enemies that are nasty. Welcome back, Cookie! Definitely worth injuring them before attacking them. If you have a bow, which you could have at this point, I just didn't go the path where you find it, then this is a spot where it's worth cheesing the enemies out a little bit, I would say. Well, I guess let's see if I can deal with them the old-fashioned way. Just figuring out a way to approach this. Oh! This was a semi-good way to approach this. Okay, thank you for killing this dude with firebombs. Oh, it's this guy. Ooh. Another raid! Luckless Love Logs with a raid! Hello everyone! The Love Raid! How are you doing, Luckless? How is Trials? Trials Rising! Violet Dodger, hello! Blacko is back! How are you all? Just want to get in a safe place where I can stop and say hello. We're all addicted? That means that the game is fun. I'm happy to hear that. It's definitely fun to watch, I have to say. I had to put that game down, and yeah, I can see that. It's one of those games where you just let's do just one more track and just get one more gold medal. We are exploring the world of Dark Souls 3 today, so welcome everyone who is new to this game maybe, or just to the stream. We're doing a little bit of progress as I try to not die, because I forget that there's an enemy above me. Oof. Doing good, Violet. How are you? Okay, we found another Estus shard. Stop that! You... which means more... There's another doggo. Okay, got him. Which means we can upgrade our Estus flask to 6 fillings. No, not the first time playing. It's my 3rd playthrough overall, but first time really on stream, so there's that. Yeah, exactly. The game cheeses too, so I think it's totally fine to do it yourself as well. So, now. Oof. Let's look around a little bit. Nice little area. And let's get out of the range of the fire bomb dude. Not a big fan. Again, light source tells you the way. There's a guy and a chest. And this one is down. Let's check out the chest and see what's in here. And there's this silver eagle kite shield. Pretty good shield in the beginning. Alright, Luckless, see you around. Thank you for the raid again. Much appreciated. Get everything you need. So this silver eagle kite shield has some good stats in the beginning. If you have not the Herald class and have a chose a starting class with shield that does not have 100% physical block or reduction, damage reduction. This one is really good for that. It's overall worse than what we have, the normal kite shield, but that is, I think, maybe the first 100% block shield that you can find. The Lothric Knights drop one, which is really good. They have a really good shield, but this is the first shield that you just find in the world that has 100% block, as far as I can remember, at least. Orthodox metal shield engraved with a crest depicting a silver eagle. Medium shields are the most average of shields, provided we got that. Not much there in terms of lore, but okay. Good, but also heavy shields from the knights. Yeah, exactly. The knights drop very good shields as well, but it's the first one that you can just pick up as an item somewhere. As far as I remember. I may be wrong on that, but I think I'm not. Okay, let's continue this way. I have one more flask of Estus, which is not great. Still scared of the Cathedral Knights, yeah. Exactly, insanity. If we get over the threshold, and the other stats weren't as good as well. Just for comparison sake, if you compare it here, less magic block indicated by the red, obviously, less fire reduction, less dark reduction, less stability, more weight. So it's just overall worse shield, but it would be better, for example, than just a wooden shield that some classes have. Let's go down. Oh, forgot about this guy. Okay, chill out, you. So he's dead. But we see one over there that is still alive. I have one heal, miracle heal, and one Estus flask left. Oh, I wanted to roll this one. I didn't. So they hit really hard, but they are pretty easy to backstab at least. If you get the rhythm down, which I clearly have not. Oh boy. Ooh, this is a miracle that you can learn. He just cast a miracle. There we go. Oof. Got the block. And down he goes. Does a lot of damage, but fairly easy if you are a little bit patient, have a good shield, and are able to circle around and backstab. So I remember there was one here. And there is the rapier. The rapier is a very good weapon if you are a dex build. Almost entirely thrust, but pretty good. A lightweight thrusting sword used in noble duels, employing refined techniques. The primary attack of a thrusting sword is a series of stabs that render foes vulnerable for a devastating final thrust. Can also attack with shields up. So this, the same as the spears, you can attack while holding up your shield. If I do that now, that doesn't work. Roll direction is also important. Often you want to roll towards an enemy and generally in the opposite direction of the string. Exactly. And one rule of thumb with Dark Souls enemies is oftentimes the bigger the enemy, the closer you want to be to the enemy. Because that oftentimes means that they have big looping swings and fairly slow attacks. So you want to stay close to the enemy in order to have backstabs or more easily roll under their attacks. Whereas if you're far away, they just cover too much range. Whereas with small enemies, there it's easier to keep them off distance and, for example, poke them from a distance when they are running in. So we have here an enemy. I've forgotten. Yeah, I forgot you. Okay, then we have this, and then there is a jump that I sometimes mess up, but not now. The Ring of Sacrifice. So this is not only a ring, but a special ring in some sorts. This mystical ring was created in a sacrificial rite of Valka, the goddess of sin. Its wearer will lose nothing upon death, but the ring itself breaks. A sacrifice is only worth as much as the life it spares. So, if you have lots of souls and you're in a very difficult area, or you do something like I did earlier when I ran out into the field of fire to grab some items, and it's likely that you die, or almost certain that you die, you can equip this ring, and when you die, you don't lose any of your souls. However, that only works once, because the ring will break. So...
Hello!
Green Blossom, I will read that in a second. Thank you for the follow, Emma the Ninja, if I read that correctly. Welcome to the channel, how are you doing? And we have a ambush party. But there are the sweeping attacks of the Claimer, very nice. I was just running out of stamina. Oh, there was another item that I didn't read, so I will do that. Hello, how are you doing, Emma? So first, the Green Blossom. The Undead Legion of Farron are remembered for using this annual plant, normally found near clear water, to swing their mighty swords with abandon. This gives you a stamina recovery boost. It can be very helpful. And we picked up the cell key. Key to a cell holding thieves and the like. There is no shortage of brash thieves in Lothric, and these particular thieves likely scaled the wall from the undead settlement, but they are only willing to practice their thievery on the high wall for their fear of Lothric Castle. Rumored to devour men keeps them clear of its grounds. So, we saw someone being in a cell, and I said that we need a key. This is the key. We will return to that shortly. Oh, nice. Thank you, Emma. Yakuza bringing in the people. That's good. Glad to have you around. Okay, I'm running a little bit low on healing here. So, this is a little shortcut. We have some throwing knives. I think I haven't read that description yet. Most items choose their wielder, and only experience can improve their effectiveness. True strengths can be gained in no other way. They scale with dexterity, so the more dexterity you have, the stronger these are. And they can be useful in certain situations. Fortunate. Traded some hits there. And we have Big Boy McGee. And an archer guy. Ooh. A little bit greedy there. They also can be used like pebbles and Bloodborne. Exactly, yeah. To draw in an enemy. That's a good point. Oh, doggos. I forgot about the doggos. So you see, this is the bonfire from when we got here the first time. It's just the other direction. So this just shows once again the great level design in Dark Souls, how nice it circles back. And I actually will rest at this bonfire. Yes, and I think they do drop the axe, and you can for sure get the axe. So it's I think just called the Great Axe. It's a decent weapon, not my personal favorite, but certainly usable. It requires a lot of strength though. Okay, let's go down this path before the guy comes up and I get attacked by a doggo. There we go. Yeah, the Berserk manga is a big part of the inspiration of the Souls games. Oops. Oof. Hit the doggo. Okay. Halbert guy. Harry Halbert. But one combo with our trusty claymore takes care of him. Now here we have another of the screamers that would turn into a pus of man. I don't want that, so I'll just rush forward, kill him before he can transform. And of course you can go here right away when you arrive in this area. And here is the longbow, including a few standard arrows, which is useful, obviously. Where do we have the longbow? There we go. Arrows must be equipped in order to use bows. Up to 2 kinds of arrows can be equipped at a time, and these can be switched as necessary. Longbow commonly used by hunters. Think we have a description for the arrows as well. Standard arrows used with bows, simultaneously equipped up to 2 types of arrows. Yeah. So not much to it other than it's a bow and arrows. But can be very useful to draw enemies out of a crowd, or to sometimes cheese an enemy if you want to do that. Yeah, I like that as well, Insanity. Just the variation, and that you can play around with them a lot. Especially if you are playing it for a second or third time. So you're not so reliant on having the best equipment. Whereas when you play for the first time, you kind of need the best protection and you want to do a lot of damage. But once you're familiar with the game, you can play around a little bit more. And it's actually a lot of fun. Fashion souls is the most important souls, as we all know. So now I want to free our little buddy in the cell. Let's let him pass. And obviously I could now easily farm this guy. I did that when I played on my own a bunch. Just ran down here, farm this Lothric Knight. He gives good amount of souls, and his equipment that he drops is actually really good. The Lothric Knight set is nice. The sword is actually a really good dex weapon. And the shield is also very good. So if you want good equipment in the beginning, farming this guy a few times is definitely an option, and it is not the dropping rate for these items is not insanely low, so you don't have to do that for hours. With a little bit of luck, you're done maybe in half an hour and have the complete set. So now we have to go through here. There's the guy who throws fire bombs. A little bit short there. Forget a black, welcome, Bunda Bundas. It is very heavy. That is the downside of it. But if you, I feel like if you are new and need some extra protection, it is really good. Especially if you if you may have taken the Knight class from the beginning, you have a little more equip load anyway. So now we can open this and we can talk to this guy.
Ah. You're no jailer, are you? No, you're from far away. And judging by the bell, you must be some of that unkindled ash. Remarkable. If that's true, then I have a favor to ask. Below the high wall is a musty little town. Not the home of any lord, just a very old settlement of undead. An old woman, Loretta, lives there. Please, give her this ring. I'm not asking for charity. In fact, if you do this for me, I'll be sure to repay you in kind. I may be a petty thief, but I've more wits than most royalty. What do you say then, huh?
Sure.
Very well. I humbly place my faith in you. I am Grey Rat of the Undead Settlement, and I promise to assist you. Give this ring to old Loretta at the base of the high wall. Do your part, and
Yeah, he does a great job, so.
I'll do mine.
So we get the blue tearstone ring, and he just disappears. Something I don't really like about Dark Souls 3, that NPCs just disappear in front of you. Because if he can do that, why didn't he do that with an open door? But nothing big there. But we can look at the ring, of course. Where is it? There we go. A ring set with a large, rare tearstone jewel. Temporary boost damage absorption when HP is low. This stone is said to be a tear of sorrow of the goddess Katha. And, of course, tears are always more beautiful near death. So, I can equip that. Which will increase my equip burn. So, rings weigh something as well. And he now is at Firelink Shrine, so we can talk to him there. And he asked us to give this ring to a woman called Loretta. Hey, High Rock! Yes, we transformed. It's not even his final form, High Rock. How are you doing? Let's go up. And now, I think what I will do, I will teleport back to the other bonfire, and from there we have a shortcut for some progress. Actually, let's fight the Lothric Knight again. Maybe he drops something nice. Is he there anywhere close? He patrols back and forth here, so... Oh no, he's all the way back. No, not waiting for you. By the way, you can attack the dragon there with arrows, but he just flies away after a certain amount of damage, I think. It was pontification. So, let's go back to the High Wall of Lothric. No, he's not easily cheesed, yeah, and there's basically no big reward. I feel like for some reason I think that he drops somehow a large Titanite shard, but I'm not even sure that. And that's really not worth the trouble. So not only is the third Draco rude by attacking us, but he's also cheap. Doesn't even give us something nice. Oops. I lost focus. There we go. Let's take care of X-Man McGee. You can just quickly roll down here, then you land on this little platform. You don't have to fight these guys. But sometimes it's easier to fight them. Alright, Elkestra, enjoy your hot bath. Sounds very lovely. See you around. Jeez. So, and I will send the elevator back up, because if you die, then you don't have to wait for the elevator. Anyone else? No. Okay. Alright, Sid, thank you for stopping by. Have a good day, or good night, I should say. Hope to see you soon. Steel Soldier helmet, I will check that out in a second. Oops. Oh, I thought he was dead. That's something I didn't like about Dark Souls 3 with the health bar, that sometimes it looks that they are dead. They are actually not. So, the Steel Soldier helmet. Where do we have that thing? There we go. Typical helm for a Lothric soldier, iron made but half fallen apart. It's never unwise to wear sturdy form of head protection against arrows and other somatic threats. Oh, let's heal. Let's use our chime. Soul item, and then we have a bunch of these soldiers here. I'll have to want to draw them away one by one so I can fight them. If you fight more than one at a time, that can be an issue. That's like they are tough, and oops, I just forgot to block, which is obviously not good. If you may. Oh, I wanted to roll there. I again forgot to block. That is something I shouldn't do too often. Okay. This is also a good farming spot. Why, I will tell you in a little bit. So there we get the Great Shield. Actually a pretty good shield, but incredibly heavy, as you can imagine. But if you want to rock that, that's fine. Great Shield of the renowned Lothric Knights, decorated with a holy symbol. The knights who formed the High Priestess's Guard carried great shields such as these, which were granted high magic absorption through her blessing. Shield badge, without lowering your guard, strike the enemy with the shield to knock them back or stagger them, works while equipped in either hand. So pretty good, but also needs 36 of strength. Let's carry on, my wayward son. So, damn it. Missed the opportunity for the backstab there. Have to pay for it. There we go. We're very close that one combo would kill them. Probably one level up or so would be enough to do that, but... There, I got the backstab. Nice Reno. And follow up with a heavy attack stab. Does he drop anything? Nope. No luck there. Here we have the Lucerne. An interesting weapon. Some really like it. I'm not a big fan of it, but... There you go. A polearm with a sharp, hard-pronged head that inflicts thrust attacks. The Lucerne is wielded overhand like a hammer, or can be swung from the side to break through shields. Spin sweep foes in a large spinning motion and utilize momentum to transition into an overhand strong attack smash. Now, this is a place, and you see a lot of dead people here. There's blood stains. What that means, well, we will see that at a later time. I can tell you that. But here we have a nice lady.
The wait has been long, unkindled one. I am Emma, High Priestess of Lothric Castle. Allow me to speak frankly. You will not find the Lords of Cinder here. They have left, gone, to their churning homes converging at the base of this castle. Head to the bottom of the high wall, forge on through the great gate, and raise this banner to proceed.
Okay.
This farewell gift is for you. It is the insignia of an old covenant. If you fear trespassers, dark spirits drawn by the embers,
It is
then etch
insanity.
this
It
upon
will
your
play a
heart,
role later.
and the old Concord will beckon noble blue sentinels
Very good
to
eye, yeah.
hunt these foul
And you see
spirits.
here to the right, this knight is holding his hat in his hands. Same there. Way of Blue.
Unkindled one, Head to the high wall's base. Go through the great gate and raise this banner to proceed.
Okay,
But
we
the
have
va-
that. Okay, so we got a couple of items here. First, we have the small Lothric banner. Small banner held by Lothric messengers, hold up outside the main castle gate to be greeted by an escort. When the high wall appeared, the path to the undead settlement was blocked, and the messengers came bearing this banner. They were sent out with a duty, but had no way of returning. And then we had the Way of Blue, pale blue sheepskin parchment featuring an illustration of the moon, symbol of an ancient accord. Members of the Way of Blue are the beneficiaries of an ancient accord. When a dark spirit threatens them, a blue spirit will grant them assistance and help to root out the invader. Summoning takes place automatically while this is equipped. So, these are covenants, basically probably something like guilds in this game, and they usually have mostly an online effect. And this one, if you get invaded by another person, there is a chance that someone who is also in this covenant will help you and will be summoned to your world as help for you. So now let's look a little bit at the... There we go. Yeah, that will play a role. And here you have the Lothric Knights, a little bit headless. So, now let's go here. Here we have a blue Lothric Knight. And as you can guess by my approach, they are a little bit tougher. And I wanted to get the backstab, which I didn't get. As you may notice by me. But I wanted to exploit the running stab, which also didn't work, and he does a lot of damage. Ooh. I'm in a bit of a pickle here. His stab is not nice. Oh, now he's running. Now I got the stab. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, that was lucky. That would have killed me. Oh, I think he's dead. That was closer than I wanted it. So we have the Refined Gem and the Lothric Knight Gauntlets. I'll look at that. Refined Gem. A gem of infused titanite forged the weapons of Lothric Knight. So we heard here, this was for Lothric foot soldiers, mostly, and this was for Lothric Knights, used in infusion to create refined weapons. Refined weapons are difficult to wield properly and scale efficiently with strength and dexterity. Very useful. I really like refined weapons. Welcome back, Zora. Hello. And then we have the gauntlets. There. Armor of celebrated Lothric Knight. Strong steel gauntlets if a little scratched. The knight has served as one of the 3 pillars since ancient times and shares place alongside the wyverns as a symbol of Lothric. Only those possessing a knight's resolve are fit to wear this garment. I will switch now because that would put me over the threshold. Over the weight limit threshold. And we would get what is called a fat roll. That was also my nickname in high school, by the way. Okay. So, something here, I'm not sure. Let's quickly look around. No. So now let's equip an ember and use one. Because now you can see those are co-op signs. Here, you can summon other people. But there should also be an NPC. There, the Swordmaster. This guy you can summon even if you play offline, but only after you killed him. So now we can summon the Diaper Ninja. Which also should give you the hint that there might be a boss very near. There you go. So there are a few NPCs that you can summon to help you. In this game, you usually have to do something specifically. Let's summon another one, just for the sake of it. I like playing co-op in these games, so I'm having fun with that. Let's see. Sometimes the summoning fails. In that case, I will just leave it. I guess so, Draco, yeah. Warrior of Sunlight, and we can also say hi. And now let's go. I'm old man approved now. I think nothing will happen here. This looks normal. Look at this guy. Big boy. So there we go. So Swordmaster and Jovial 100. And I got that to my face. He inflicts frost damage, or frost freezing. I don't know what the actual term is. He's weak against lightning, so if you use the item with the lightning infusion that we picked up earlier, the resin, that is very effective against him. This will be a pretty easy fight since we have 2 summons. He's not super tough, but he has a second stage like this, and he can be very chaotic, and especially I'm frostbitten. Frostbitten means that we lose stamina earlier, and that was actually it. Which is also why I won't do the summoning for every boss, but I wanted to show it off. This time we get a Sunlight Medal and the Soul of Boreal Valley Vort. Weirdly. Our first booty, yes. So when you summon players, are they just running around doing their own thing and stop to help you, or are they waiting around for help with the boss themselves? So no, they are offering help. We can show this up. Let's try helping someone. So, what you do in order to get summoned by someone is you use your sign here, your white soapstone sign. Put it somewhere where people can see it. And now this will appear in different worlds. And I could now run around here and do some farming, or you just wait. I like to do it. What I like to do is... sometimes when I would just put on a stream or would watch something on YouTube, and then I would put up my sign every now and then and wait until you get summoned, and then you get summoned and fight the boss. But you can also help someone with an area. It's not just boss fights. It's just that after the boss fight, you get sent home to your world. Or if you die, or if the person who summoned you dies, then you get sent back. However, if you die in while being summoned, you don't lose any souls. So this is how it works. You just wait a little bit until someone picks you out, and then you get loaded into their world to help them. Oh. This is a little bit unfortunate, but hey. This is not good. This will be terrible, because he's either... I'm not sure if he's doing Vord or something else. He might be... He's... Like, this is definitely late game stuff. You can look at his armor. So he's maybe doing Vord, but maybe something else that I don't want to spoil yet if he wants to do that. Well, do something, bro. Oh, he summoned another one. If he wants to do the other thing, I will do it, but we are not equipped for that. Like, he's pretty much... okay, I see. Okay, this will be interesting, because we will have no chance. This will be a short thing. Oh, he's summoning... That is not even a meat shield. That is like a slice of ham. Currently, I'm the ghosty friend. So, spoiler alert, this will happen later. Way later in the game. But he just didn't level up, I guess. We're doing no damage. We're... Like, he summoned people who were summoned for the second boss or so, and this is the 20th boss. So, this is interesting. I don't think we will... I mean, if we win, we get a lot of souls, but I don't think we will. Hello, Mademoiselle Danielle. Our ghostly friends are... we are ghostly ourselves. We are currently helping someone with a boss that we are completely underleveled by. So this is a boss you fight way later in the game. That's the dancer that was mentioned earlier. Okay, he's dead now, so we get returned to our world. Nothing happened. So nothing spoiled, at least. We don't have a cutscene or anything. That is good. So that is a boss, little glimpse, but that's how it works. Usually there's not, for the most part, there's not two bosses that you can get summoned by. So this was a little bit unfortunate, but you get the gist of it. You get summoned, then I would go in here, help someone, and you get kicked back. Playing with strangers? Yes, because I'm a big boy. We also have this bonfire, which means, and explains why I said that this is a good farming area, because you can just light this bonfire, you can drop down your sign to maybe get summoned, fight the Lothric Knights, get their equipment, get their souls, and then refresh everything. Yeah, no problem, Draco. I like playing co-op, and I will certainly do it a few more in the future, but this was a little bit of an unfortunate turn of events. We have the black fire bombs. More powerful bisque urn filled with special black powder explodes, inflicting great fire damage. Fire damage, which... Okay, we... read the rest. Then we have the Soul of Boreal Valley Vord. Soul of Vord of the Boreal Valley. One of the twisted souls steeped in strength. Used to acquire many souls or transposed to extract its true strength. Vord served as an outrider knight, never far from the fleeting dancer. So you get a hint that there is a dancer which you wouldn't know anything about by now, way in advance, if you read this description. So that's a... It turned out pretty well that we saw the dancer, because this explained a little bit more how the lore works in these games. Yes, both Dracos are here. A medal received by members of the Warrior of the Sunlight Covenant for victory over the final foe when summoned. The summoner also gains the same medal. The medal engraved with this holy symbol of the sun is slightly warm and reminds one of the great honor of a shared victory. We have another Estus shard. And anything else that we got new? Don't think so. So, for now, let's move Reno. Kind of, Danielle, yes. Race banner. Not Bruce banner, but just the small Lothric banner. It's really not very impressive. It's a tiny banner. So what happens now? Oh boy. There are the Dark Souls Uber. Oh, and by the way, for those who may not know, there is